I was out there.
Yeah.
I stood right next to you.
Okay.
I didn't see enough. I'm not throwing him out based on what I've seen. He's cleaned the property up immensely. So
So let me ask Your Honor this.
you don't have to ask me anything. You can make an argument to me. You're not going to ask me anything. Go ahead.
So every single time that Mr. Castillo, doesn't follow community rules, procedures, the only way to get him to do this is to get him in court and have the judge go over there and look at his property twice. That's not right. Okay?
Okay.
No, that's not. So this is the promise keeping business. And Mr. Castillo has not kept his promises. We have. He hasn't. I believe that we've proven enough just through the course of this individual case.
What was wrong with the property today?
What was wrong with it? Well, from the short time that I was there, the first thing that I looked at was dog food right on the overgrown lawn. I mean, you can
Overgrown lawn.
Yeah. You want to see that? Come on, you're doing.
Mr. Kevin, tone it down.
I'm sorry.
You're not going to argue with me.
I'm not right.
You're not going to yell at me. And I was there. I saw it.
Okay.
Let me see your photograph that you're going to tell me makes the lawn overgrown in the middle of March or the latter part of March.
Please.
I don't know if it's possible for a lawn to be overgrown in the latter part of March. What was that? What is this?
There's your dog excrement. It's been sitting there forever. And the reason why it's long is because he had to cut it. So it's been like that through the whole winter.
You got here, failed to maintain the exterior of your home and home site in accordance with the community rules and regulations by failing to paint or stain the steps, failure to power wash the home shed and awnings, failure to maintain landscaping, failure to remove improperly stored outdoor items. I think those are pretty well done. Failure to remove debris and bulk items from the yard. Other than on the porch, where he had some things that I'm not excited about that aren't going to rise to the level of violation of community rules and regulations, I didn't see anything that was that bad. Failure to replace damaged window treatments. Failure to maintain the general clean appearance of the home sites. You're asking me for a just cause termination, and I'm not going to blame you. There's not even a triable issue here at this point. I'm dismissing this case. Case dismissed. And Mr. Castillo, listen to me. He does raise a valid point. You can't live in a community. Now, if you lived out in Monroe County on your own property where there's nobody else, you do what you want. I mean, as long as you're complying with city or township ordinances. You can't do this in a community. And I've gone out of my way here, he's correct, to go see the property twice because I hate to see you lose the home. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to remember this case, and it's going to come in front of me if it comes back here. And if I have to go out there and look at that property, I mean, this is twice, right? I went last Monday and this Monday. I'm going to remember it, and I'm not going to be forgiving about it. Do we understand? Fully and complete. Now, do you have the money to pay on this other judge
I absolutely have all the money.
for the lot rent?
Yes, absolutely.
How much you have?
Um,
This judgment, and they brought it to my, honestly, I don't remember every case I call here, okay? I mean, there's a lot of people with a lot of familiar names, sounding names, and I did not remember this was you, or I probably wouldn't have granted this, but I got this back in February. They never filed an application for a writ. This is for $1,766.73. Do you have that to pay?
I haven't looked at that. We have the people, right?
Judge, just to clarify, Judge, they did file a writ. It just has not
They-
been signed yet because we had court today.
I see.
Huh?
I see. You have that to pay today?
Um,
Pardon?
I do right now.
Get the money. How do you have the money? Are you prepared to accept the cash?
No, because if this passed the 10 days, he should have paid it, Your Honor, and we demand a writ. I mean, that's what the law requires.
Why didn't you pay this?
I didn't pay due to, I was advised to keep all contact away because they had held my rent when I sent it in December. After being, after judgment to put it in for the 26th, I put it in. It was held until after the 2nd. It wasn't cashed, due to this circumstance right here, due to filing for this.
Okay, so you filed on the other one. They weren't accepting the rent.
They didn't accept my rent. I put the money orders in and they weren't cashed until after the new year. I had put them in on the 26th when I ordered and they weren't cashed when they returned to the office. So I was advised to not.
Are you on this, or do you want me to get the lawyer that was on this? I don't know who was on this.
Yeah, I wasn't, I don't know what he's talking about. It doesn't even make sense.
Well, I'm not signing the writ without a hearing. So, Jennifer, I told you what I'm doing. I announced what I'm doing on the termination case. And on this one, I want you to set that. We don't know who was on this case.
Your Honor, if Your Honor would like to just, maybe hold off, maybe a half hour, I can get prepared for whatever questions you have.
Well, you can get Mr. Levine. Mr. Levine's on the case, it looks like. It looks like. I could be wrong. I don't know who was on this. Who's got, it looks like a 3P number.
No, 3?
It looks like, it could be 6-3, I don't know. It looks like a parentheses and then 31797. I'm gonna show you this signature. Maybe you can tell who from your office did that signature.
No, that should,
What was the P number?
looks like David Levine, P 31797.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and he's in Florida, so.
John R.
Oh,
John Artoon,
1797.
is he with your firm?
no, that looks like David.
If they want to send you, they can send you. When did their office refuse to accept rent?
They took my money order. I turned it in on the 22nd.
Of what month?
26th of December. They won't cash till after January 2nd. I called on January 2nd and had to cash. And I know I called, probably, I believe it was 2 days later, it didn't apply.
Well, why didn't you pay the February and March rent?
I was told to just leave everything in.
By who?
I called it. They told me.
Okay, I don't want you to know. I don't want to know what your lawyer told you. You're gonna have to file a motion to set aside the default. That's what's gonna happen. And I'm gonna set the date for motion for entry or for entry of a writ. I'll set that for hearing your application for a writ. So we'll set the hearing on application for writ Motion to set aside default judgment. Jennifer, I want to put this in next week sometime if I can.
The 30th at 9:30, next Monday,
Which one?
March 30th at 9:30.
Technically, he's required to e-file it that day. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do it on the 1st of April? Can I fit one in there?
On Wednesday.
Yes.
Let me just pull that up.
So you file your motion to
Um,
set aside default judgment today. You understand?
No, I don't.
You're gonna file a motion to set aside default judgment on this second case, the one I just called, 2600528. Hearing on application for writ and motion to set aside default to be set for what day? April
You want April
First?
1st, 10:30.
at 10:30. What do I have that morning?
You have Brownstown. There's an
That'll be-
arraignment at 10:30, so that's
That'll be
And then-
fine. That's what I'll
Okay.
do. So you guys can, I don't know who's gonna appear on this.
By
Mr.
Zoom,
Capitan.
Judge?
Pardon me?
by Zoom.
Yeah, you can appear by Zoom.
Okay.
But I think I'd like you bring your money. You understand?
Yeah.
I know. Well, don't forget it. You come in person. Although they won't have anybody here in person. I'll figure it out. You bring your money.
Am I able to pay today?
Not really, because you have a judgment. You didn't pay within 10 days. Okay? I've never seen firms though, Mr. Capitan, file two separate actions, a just cause termination or non-payment of rent. They're ongoing at the same time. And if they're going to do that, there should be an indication to the judge, and the second filing should have to say there is another action pending. So I was just told you got another one there. One's in front of me and one's in front of Judge Hess. I'm not saying you, but your office. I've never seen them do this before. I've never seen any office do this before. So I don't know if there's just a some kind of misunderstanding or what have you, but I've never seen that happen. That's all I'll say about it.
I'm sorry, this is the first firm that does landlord tenant that I've been with. I've practically, I've seen federal.
I've never seen them do that before. But anyway, we'll work it out next week.
You gotta take that phone out of here.
The phone has to leave, sir. You gotta take the phone out. Phone's gotta leave the building now, please, guys. Please. Sir, phone out of building.
Yeah.
We got signs all over. They have to be muted. All right, that's what I'm doing. Thank you both. Have a good day. Thank you. Golden Management versus Paul Pelchat and all occupants.
Good morning, Your Honor.
600971.
Good morning, Your Honor. Carlise Rio Santiago for plaintiff P89136.
Good morning. Do I have Paul Pelchat here?
I've not had anyone check in, Your Honor.
Paid for a second mailing? I can give you a default, counsel. Give me a breakdown, if you will. This is for non-payment, so I want to know rent to retain to begin with, okay?
Absolutely. Rent to retain is $4,150.
Any late fees?
Yes, Your Honor. It looks like there are $150 in late fees under their lease.
That's not included, correct?
That is included
So I
under their
want, so you
lease.
got $4,000 in past due rent, you got you got $150 in $350 late fees, correct?
Yeah,
And then
$350
your
late
filing service and statutory attorney fees amount to what?
fee. $247.23.
And so your total is what?
$4,397.23.
Writ date will be on the, I'm gonna ask you, can you get me that this morning, please?
I sure can.
Writ
What?
date will be on the 2nd,
Beautiful. Thank you, Your Honor.
April 2nd. Okay? Thank you very much. Do you have any more? Oh, you have one more. I'm sorry. Golden Management versus Elizabeth Wright and all occupants, file number 2601038.
And Miss Wright is here, but I haven't had a chance to speak with her. Would it be all right if I get placed in a breakout room with her?
Actually, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt, but I just made my payment of the back rent of the $3,750.
Ma'am, can you tell me your name, please?
Yes, Elizabeth Wright.
All right. Counsel, did you bring that to the office?
Yes.
Why don't you mute yourself, call the office, see if she's paid. If that's the amount, then you can move to dismiss. Fair enough?
Fair
Thank
enough. I do have the total being 3,850, so there would still be around $100 remaining on top of the 247 and 23 cents.
And
I'm
that's what I was,
You're okay. You're okay. Don't worry.
I'm sorry. That's what I was trying to avoid, the extra $247. I know we're here in court today, but I did make the full amount payment for the $3,750. And then I know there is still $100 late fee that is due.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Well, but they're entitled to their court costs after they file. I just want you to know that.
Okay.
So why don't you call your office, confirm how much was paid? I'll recall the case when you chat with Jennifer and tell her that you're ready, okay?
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
SRM Group versus Sandra Brown, 2600996. Where's Sandra Brown at? She here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you have to start your video and unmute, please. There you go. Your name?
Sandra Brown.
And who is here from Mr. Cox's office? There you are, Mr. Brown. Good morning.
Jeremy Brown on behalf of.
All right, ma'am, did you listen to and understand the rights in the video?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Do you wish to speak to a lawyer or apply for funding?
No, thank you, Your Honor. I will be moving April 11th and turning in my keys April 13th.
Let me just, this is for non-payment of rent. So you don't get to stay that long. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you want a judgment?
I mean, it's non-payment. I mean, the rent to retain is currently $1,601.54. That includes $170 of late fees.
Let's slow down.
Okay, sure.
Just give me the rent to retain, please.
Sure. $1,431.54.
Late fees, how many?
$170.
How many?
2.
That's 85. I only give 75. So you got 150 in late fees.
Okay.
What about the filing service and statutory attorney fees?
$184.17.
So is it 1755 671?
Well, 84, 17. Yes, 1765.71.
Okay, I got 1581. Yes. 65.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry to intercede, but this was spoken upon SRM as well, with me letting them know that I would be leaving April 11th and turning in my keys April 13th, and then for them to do a walkthrough. And I was actually told that that was fine because I still would have to pay the month of April anyway. So they accepted that. They said, okay. And reason being, I do have the money to pay, but I'm no longer happy here because I've been here for like 15 years, way before SRM ever took over this building. And my place has not been renovated. It still looks like it's in the early 80s. And
Do
my
you have a
rent
written
just keeps
lease,
getting.
ma'am?
Yes,
have a
I
writ-
do.
Okay. So
Yes.
if you have a written lease,
Mhm.
and when did you last sign a lease?
That would have been, well, I was supposed to have signed the lease maybe a couple of, like it sometime in, I think a few weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, because they make us sign the lease like early, if, so they don't get like back. I can't really explain it, but my lease is not due up until April 30th. So, SRM had called me and said, can they send me an email saying that, yeah, you're more than welcome to stay. We enjoy you here. Would you like to resign your lease and make an appointment or whatever? But I just decided not to on my
Okay,
own.
but
And
I just want you to know, you might be on the hook for more rent. You're breaking a lease in the middle of a lease. Unless the property's uninhabitable, you can't break a lease in the middle of the lease.
Sure,
And
Your
that's-
Honor.
So all I'm saying is, you got to be careful the way you're handling this. And 1765-71, and I'm going to give them a judgment with the writ date of April the 2nd. So you're going to either have to pay up that amount by that date, or you're going to have to vacate by that date. And then you're still going to have an issue with the April rent, but that's neither here nor there. Do you
Okay,
understand
Your
what I'm
Honor.
telling you?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. Even if I haven't signed the lease yet. I mean, I know the payment. Of
You
course, I'm
said
going.
that you said your current lease doesn't expire until the end of April, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're still operating under the old lease.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you have to pay up. You're still responsible for the rent to the end of April.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Absolutely.
So do you understand what I'm saying? You're going to either have to pay up to 1765-71 by April the 2nd, or you're going to have to vacate
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
by that date, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So counsel, I'm going to ask you to submit that. I'll give you that judgment for plaintiff after hearing. Writ date will be April the 2nd. The amount to be paid to save it is 1765.71. Okay? Ma'am, do you understand everything and do you have any questions?
Yes, I understand everything, Your Honor, and I thank you so much. And I don't have any questions at this time.
Best of luck to you, ma'am. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. And you'll submit that judgment, Mr. Brown?
Yes, Your Honor, and then I'll log back in at 9:45 about the
Thank
one
you.
from earlier.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Robert and Giuliotti versus Samantha Gordon and Ian Audie. 2600701. Come on up to the podium. I'm not sure I'm understanding this one. What time? This was scheduled for 8:30. I don't have the defendants here. What's your name, ma'am? Sir, what's your name?
The
So,
defendants are on Zoom, Your Honor. And I think this was heard last week, and then the plaintiff did not appear, so they filed a motion to set aside the dismissal.
your names, please, people, Mr. Audie and Ms. Gorman?
Samantha Gorman.
Ian Audie.
Is this your son?
Yes, it is.
And the relationship between, and that's his girlfriend, is it?
Well,
Okay, now, I am so sorry about your son passing away in March 2 of 25. Well, why didn't you guys call and tell us, hey, listen, that's a bad day. Can we move to a,
think about it. I was not in the right frame of mind, and I apologize to the board.
Your Honor.
not yet.
Okay.
What portion of the house do you rent to them?
So they were gonna get evicted out of an apartment, so my husband and I wanted to help to get them to be trying to
get back on their feet once again. This has been continuously. They moved in and it turned toxic quickly. I have been called a C word, a B word. She has yelled at me that I'm an F and B. My son has told me he's gonna have the grandkids leave marks on each other and call the police and tell them that I did it. It's just a toxic living situation. I don't even feel safe anymore living in the house, unfortunately. We've tried to help. This is, the 18th, we had Flat Rock out. One of my daughters had, she was on the phone with me. He was having, I don't even know what you want to call it. He, was out of control. So my son, Ian. So my daughter called for a welfare check. Flat Rock came out. They took him to the emergency room for psychiatric eval. It's just not a good.
How old are you, Mr. Audie?
37.
You work?
Yes, I do.
Ms. Gorman?
I am 35. To be honest, I was an addict for a long time. I've been sober for a year, so I've been putting in applications, been going to interviews. She gave me until June to get a job, but then she she came at us in January and was accusing us of a lot of stuff, and she started threatening eviction. We were supposed to start paying rent to her in January, but the beginning of January, she started threatening eviction, saying she was going to the court to evict us, which she did end up doing. So that's why we never followed through with paying her the rent. And when it
I want to
comes
make sure that I understand all of this.
So you're right.
Wait. You guys lost your residence prior to moving in with your mother. Is that true or false, Mr. Audie?
True. We had moved out.
And when did you move out of the other place?
That was in
October.
late October.
And then you moved in with your mother and father, the two of you, correct?
And our 2 children.
And so you've had 6 months where you've been there and your 2 kids have been there, right?
Correct. Or
I
just
don't-
under 6 months.
I got it.
But the original, sorry, Your Honor.
Mr. Audie?
The original.
Mr. Audie?
Sorry.
I want you
Yeah.
to listen. I don't know. I guess I'm old school. Because I only had one mother and one father. And it sounds to me like they tried to do you a favor. And it hasn't worked out. That's what it sounds like to me. And it sounds like to me like if I was the son, or even if I was dating the daughter of the owners, that I would be saying, you know what, I'm not going to make you go through a court proceeding. I'm going to go ahead and move out voluntarily because that's what adults do.
That was honestly the plan, Your Honor. We
Mr.
planned on
Audie,
moving out
Mr. Audie, I'm not done talking to you.
I didn't know that. Sorry, Your Honor.
So I'm going to make this easy. I'm setting aside the dismissal. I'm setting aside the dismissal. You got to be more careful in the future. Okay. I know. That's what we do. How old are your kids, Mr. Audie?
13 and about to be 16.
I'm sorry, 13 and 16?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And it's good that you got kids, but they got to come first and foremost at this point. You're like way down the totem pole, as I've always thought that I am with my kids.
That's why we came
So
here.
it's incumbent upon, well, yeah, I know, but the parents did you a favor.
Right.
That's what they did. That's
Right,
what
exactly.
parents do. And actually, maybe they could be faulted for bringing in a 36 or 37-year-old man and his girlfriend or fiance or whatever you are, wife and 2 kids. Maybe they could be faulted. Maybe we could do that at 21 for them, but at 35, 36, I wouldn't be particularly resolved to bringing in 4 new people to my home, but that's just me. I mean, I feel like when we've raised our kids to 21, 22, we do the best we can. They're on their own. So I'm going to make this really easy.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to set aside the dismissal and we are going to have a hearing right now. If you tell me, Judge, I want to have the hearing tomorrow so I can prepare, then you can come here and I'll accommodate you and I'll make the hearing tomorrow. But you folks need to toughen up.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean,
Agreed.
I'm
So
telling you right now, it seems to me that this woman is terrified. And don't either one of you tell me whether she should be or not, because I can tell by looking at her that she is. She had to call the police. So you guys just want to voluntarily enter into a consent agreement now where you can get out of there in 10 days?
Yeah.
As long the longest we can get, yes, because as of now, we had money saved up to move out actually, but our transmission went out on our car. We just paid that. We are showing his dad the receipt for that. And as of now, we will be in our car and my kids will be at my mom's. So the longest we can get to save up as much as we can. If 10 days is all we can get, then that's all we can get. I understand. But
yeah. With the eviction, there's not much I have to say besides it's not the full truth on what's being said. I know you could say she's
Did you ever
scared.
pay them any rent?
But we understand that it's.
Yeah,
Yes or no? Did you pay them any rent?
We had an
Yeah.
agreement with her to pay rent, but then she told
Listen
us
to what
she
I'm
was
asking. I'm
gonna-
talking to Mr. Audie here.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever pay them any rent?
I tried and she said no.
I didn't ask you if you tried.
Then no.
I didn't ask you if you tried. I
No.
asked you if you ever paid them any rent. So your answer is no, correct?
She wouldn't take it. I had the money and she would not take it.
But you didn't pay them, right?
But she won't. I
'Cause-
can't pay someone that
Because
won't take
that's
it.
what
She put it
mothers
on the
do.
counter.
Because mothers and fathers
first
love their
few months she
children
wouldn't take
unconditionally.
it.
Stop,
Then-
Ms. Gorman.
I'm sorry.
Well, you guys should be appreciative from the highest mountain
are.
for what they've done.
We are,
I
and we have.
Ma'am, you're way too involved. And
Yeah,
if you
just-
used any of that language toward her and you were my wife or my significant other, I wouldn't be with you another moment. If anybody called my mother any of those names, if she's telling me the truth and she just doesn't strike me as a liar, I'd never be with that woman.
Okay.
And now you're coming in here and you're getting boisterous, and I'm trying just to talk to Mr. Audie because he is the son. And let's be clear, you wouldn't be there but for him.
I apologize.
All right, don't say anything else unless I ask you. Will you do that for me, please?
Yes, sir.
Bring me a judgment form, Jennifer. Leave it
It's on
blank.
its way.
Thank you. You need to get a job, ma'am. I'm glad you're sober. You said you've been sober for a year, but at some point you got to get back into society.
Yes,
You're
that's what-
mid-30s. You should be working. And then
Yes,
you won't
that's
have
what
money
I'm doing.
problems. Then you won't get kicked out of homes. Then you won't have to worry about where you're going to come up with the money to buy the next place. I mean, this is just
Absolutely.
fundamental life 101. That's what this
Absolutely.
is. And look at your dad. What you got a condition of some kind?
Oh, I got
Yeah.
Yeah. He's here. He's dragging the court here, and you guys are where at the house?
Trust me, I know, Your Honor, and as you could speak to my dad, me and my dad have a very wonderful relationship. He did not want this to happen, and this was pushed by my mother. And like I said, we have
Mr.
me and my
Audie?
mom. Okay,
Mr.
yes,
Audie?
Your Honor.
Mr. Audie? Save it, please. Do you want
Okay.
this to happen? Do you want him to be out, Mr. Audie?
It didn't have to be this way, but at this point, yes.
Did you ever hear Mrs. Gorman call your wife those names that she referred to?
Yes, and I heard Ian, like,
You talked to your mother that way? Mr. Audie? You talked to your mother that way? Are you kidding me?
I,
I'm sorry I asked that question. I just think differently of you now.
I have said those things in regards to her
Then
attacking
save
my
it.
children.
Save it.
Okay.
Gosh, I can't believe you would talk to your mother like that.
See how she talks to her grandkids.
Hey, listen.
I'm listening, Your Honor.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay, I'll stop.
Thank you. So I got a young judge that's going to come here and tell me what to do now. She's a really bright lady, Judge Johnson here. She just got appointed in Taylor. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm doing. This is not right, Mr. Audie. Ms. Gorman, this is not right. I'm setting aside the dismissal. I'm entering judgment. You got 10 days to get out. I don't expect anybody to be saying a sorry word toward your mother or mother-in-law or whatever she is to you, Ms. Gorman. I expect there to be peace and tranquility. And I'm going to sincerely hope that the four of you will use the next 10 days to patch up whatever differences so that you can enjoy a relationship as you should with your mother and mother-in-law, and she can, and your father can, with the grandkids. And you ought to apologize profusely for ever calling her any of those names. You don't have the right to do that. Are you kidding me? I don't care what she did. But again, I'm old school and I'm thankful for it. Judgment's entered. If they're not out by April 2nd, I've filled out the judgment. We're going to send a copy to everybody. If they're not out by April 2nd, on April 3rd, you come in here with an application for a writ. I will sign it. And then the court officer, I'll make sure they go out the 3rd or the 4th at the latest and get them out of there.
So they have 3 kids and a snapping turtle that they want to stick me with.
You're going to take that stuff with you.
No, we don't.
I never said that, Your Honor.
No,
Take them with you.
absolutely.
If you don't take them with you, I don't even want to tell you what the alternative is. You don't want to do that. John just goes in there. Take them with you.
Yep.
And you don't have to wait until the 3rd to be, or the 2nd to be out either. Did I put the 2nd and 3rd on?
Let's see.
2nd? I don't.
Oh, yep, 2nd.
Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
I hope you'll apologize. Ma'am, you need to get a job. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck, folks. That's okay. So these are all the laws. Most of them are for someone. The first thing you want to know is possession is opposed to non-payment of the link. So you'll know that you're like as the non-payment. Judgment. Yeah, they don't pay all the years. You have the means to recover possession. We're going to do one right now. This is over a dispute. Trenton Nonprofit versus David Abdallah and all occupants. This is 2600938. So I adjourn this a week. Where's Mr. Abdallah? Come on up here, sir. All right. Mr. Otto, your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Troy Otto on behalf of the plaintiff, my client representative, Claudette Finn, is also with me.
Right next to him on the other side.
And ma'am, you can come on over here to the left of Mr. Otto. You're with Mr. Otto, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your name?
Claudette Finn.
Can you move over to the left a little bit? Your left. And turn that podium toward me. Everybody looks nervous here. You're making me nervous. All right. Okay. And your name, Mr. Abdallah?
David Edward Abdallah.
Okay. So counsel, you sent out a termination letter and you told him he had to move by February the 23rd. And the basis you have here is exactly what?
It is a termination of lease based on material non-compliance with the lease terms. That was explained in the notice of termination letter. There are two major incidents, both involving physical violence. This is a senior housing facility. In order to live here, you have to be over the age of 65. It's a HUD housing facility. So it's all senior citizens that live there. And it's a high rise. So there's a lot of studio apartments and one bedroom apartments, and there's some community areas and community parking lot. Because of that, there are house rules, that are contained as part of the lease. And those house rules say you are not allowed to physically or verbally assault anyone. So the first incident that occurred was in summer, which is in August of 2025. There's an incident, and we have witnesses in the courtroom as well, Your Honor, because I asked Jen if I should bring them, and she said yes. They could testify to this, but in August, there was an incident where their gleaners came to the building and they were distributing food, and Mr. Abdallah used vulgar language and threatened to beat someone's ass, So after that incident, Mr. Abdallah was issued a warning and allowed to stay. The most recent.
Did you do that, by the way?
Yes, sir. The gentleman threatened me first and I threatened him back. We both apologized to each other. There was somebody else who filed the complaint on me at this building.
And this is somebody from Gleaner's Food Bank.
What's that?
This is somebody at Gleaner's Food Bank that you threatened.
No, I was helping out. I was volunteering at the food bank.
Okay, go ahead.
And Gleaners was distributing food, and there was another resident
Yes.
who he threatened and kicked his ass.
I see.
Okay.
All right.
So that incident happened. Then fast forward to January of this year, and there's a parking lot. There's assigned parking. I believe that there's not enough parking for everyone. So some people have assigned states, and then there's other just general parking. So on this date in question, which the video was sent to the court, there's a female resident who does not know Mr. Abdallah at all. And as you can see in the video, she's just pulling out of her spot, minding her own business. Mr. Abdallah, flags her down. And she probably should have just kept on going, but she didn't know, she's got a tail light out, who knows? So she humors him for a little bit, and he bangs on the glass and said, basically says, you don't use this, and she can testify. I don't want to, just giving the cliff notes here. But basically, she didn't know who he was, so she humored him. And then he said, well, you don't use your spot enough, so I want to switch spots with you and this and that. And then she.
Oh, that was her assigned spot?
That was her. She was pulling out of her.
I looked at the video. I saw the video.
She's pulling out of her parking.
Was that her assigned video? Or her assigned spot, Mr. Abdallah?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not like she was parking in his spot. She was parking her own spot. And he flags her down, chases her down and says, hey, I want to switch parking spots with you because you don't use it enough, And she explained to him briefly, it's like, my daughter's borrowing, not that it's any of his business, but she was trying to be cordial and said, this is my daughter's car broke down. I was letting her use my car, which is why I didn't use it. And then that's when he said, I'm going to take you out of this, I'll let her testify, but basically said, I'm going to throw you out of this effing car. And then that's when she,
Is she here?
Yes, she is. In the front row. And then at that point.
Did you say that? Did you say that?
I do not know.
Well,
I have episodes, epilepsy, and I had a blackout. I do not even remember the entire incident. It was.
You remember going up to her car?
No. The next day.
You don't remember any of that?
No, the next day, a friend told me that, hey, I see something happening in the parking lot, and then I looked and seen the video and saw that I went there. That day, I went up to her apartment, knocked on the door to apologize to her, and she didn't answer the door. I tried calling her, she had my number blocked. So, yes, I had no.
Is the individual who he threatened to beat up, is he here?
No, there's a witness from the building, but not the individual.
Yeah. Did you
slow down a second? Did I see what?
I was going to say, you saw the video.
I did.
Did you see me pounding on the window?
No, I can't say I saw him pounding on the window either.
You saw me knocking on the window.
I saw him knock on the window.
Lowered it. We talked for a few seconds and then she drove away. She didn't speed away. She just calmly drove away, correct?
Yeah.
So there was no.
She didn't look like she was in a panic, but she certainly looked like she wanted to get away from you with the way she drove away.
She has a place to go.
I mean, the video speaks for itself.
What else do you have?
It's very interesting that now that he's telling what happened in the video after also claiming he didn't. I would really like to, have the witness tell her.
What else do you have? Anything else?
No.
Just those two incidents?
There are other, those are the two major incidents. There's also minor incidents of him being loud and getting into it with other things. Yes, but again.
Come on up here, witness, please.
The overall issue, Your Honor, is that this is a senior housing facility. People need to feel safe at their home. I can't imagine why, of course, he blocked her number. There's no reason for him to go approach her at all. It's her parking spot. Him even flagging her down in the parking lot is inappropriate.
Ma'am, what is your name? Is it Stanford?
Yeah.
And you said Benita?
Yes.
Benita?
BONI.
Bonita. I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. Your right hand. That's okay. You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened on that date. Do you know what date that happened when you were accosted by Mr. Abdallah?
Not a specific date, no.
Okay. About how many weeks ago was this?
Well, he's got it here, it's January 21st, so,
Is that about right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what happened.
well, I was going to go to the grocery store. And like I said, I was pulling out, and as you do, you look in your rear view mirror, so you're not gonna hit anybody, anything's happening. And Mr. O'Donnell was coming out of the building, waving his hands and stuff, so I stopped.
Can I stop you 1 second? My apologies. You were here in front of me on this before, right?
Yeah, we were here last week.
And I covered with you your rights, right? You have the right to a lawyer and all that.
Yes, sir.
And you waived your right to a lawyer, is
No,
that?
sir, I just couldn't get one. I called every place that I could find, and none of them they were all busy, or they, didn't handle evictions, something like that.
Well, but we gave you the number of Lakeshore, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you call them?
Yes, sir.
What did they tell you?
They said they could not handle it. They told me, this was Monday, they said, if I didn't hear from them with a lawyer by Wednesday, they gave me a couple other numbers to call. And I called them, they couldn't handle, but they gave me other numbers to call. And I called them, they didn't have time to do it. They gave me other numbers. I've been calling people all week trying to find an attorney. But like I said, nobody had the time to do this.
They don't really help on possession cases, do they, Jennifer? My recollection is I haven't seen them here in so long.
Not much, Your Honor. Normally, it's non-payment issues that they handle more. And they've made some changes, so they don't have staff to come into court any longer.
All right. Why don't you continue and tell me what you have to say, ma'am?
So,
Because I would love to be able to give you a lawyer, but I can't appoint lawyers on non-criminal cases. This is not a criminal case.
I stop, he comes running, flashing his eyes. He gets to the window and he was banging on my window with his hands open palms. And so I lowered it a little bit. And he starts ranting and raving about how I shouldn't have this parking space because I only use it 1 day a week. I tried to explain to him that my daughter's car broke down and that she was using it. And he started going on about me being an F&D and this should be his parking space. And I asked him, so where is yours? And he's like, oh, somewhere over there, blah, 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 blah. He's like, I'm gonna pull you out of that effing car. I'm gonna have to beat your ass, blah, 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 going on. And so I guess when I came to my senses, because I didn't quite realize what was going on at first, when I came to my senses that this guy's nuts, that's when I put my foot on the gas and took off.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
But you don't remember whether or not you did that or not because you blacked out and you don't know what happened, right? You don't even remember it till the next day, right?
Right.
So you have no reason to dispute what she just said.
Exactly. It is possible because I've had blackouts before, and during the blackouts, I do tend to yell and scream.
Did you?
So that is possible, what she said. But under normal circumstances, Your Honor, if I knew I could bring witnesses, I could bring you a dozen people that tell you that is not my normal state of affairs.
Yeah, but that one incident's bad enough, isn't it?
Yes.
On top of your other threats to this other gentleman with the cleaners?
Well, like I said.
I know, he was a co-resident. I get it.
It's because he threatened me first, Your Honor. That is
Why did he threaten you? Do you remember that incident?
Yes.
What happened in that incident?
Okay, I had a lady at the table. She was giving me stuff. He got off the elevator, walked up to the table. I said, one at a time, please step back. He stepped back. And then when he got up to the table, he said, you're an asshole, I ought to kick your ass. And then I said, I'll beat the hell out of you. I used stronger language. And one of the other people filed the complaint. He didn't file the
Senior
complaint.
co-op. It's good to know that
Well,
everybody's so calm
I do
and
not believe he was a resident there. He was a younger individual. I believe he was there for somebody else, maybe his mother or something. He apologized to me for that. I apologized to him, and it was over. There was somebody else who filed the complaint. The thing with the co-op, Your Honor, anybody could file a complaint against anybody for any reason, whether it's true or not. If I didn't like somebody, I could file a complaint on them just because I didn't like them.
Your Honor, as far as the August incident, we do have four,
Can I make a suggestion? You just want him out?
Absolutely. And Your Honor, it's not this is a senior facility, but it is not an assisted living facility. It's independent living.
No, I understand.
So just hearing the fact that he doesn't remember, we're here to protect the other people.
How long has he been there? How long have you?
2.5 years.
How long?
About 2.5 years.
Any other incidents besides these two?
But yes, according to Mr. Schimmel, there's been.
We'll bring Mr. Schimmel up here.
Well, just that one,
Your
cleaner, what
I know. Well, come on up here. I want to ask you some questions. What's your name, sir? And can you spell it, please?
Leslie Schimmel, LESLIESHIMMELL.
Raise your right hand, Mr. Schimmel. You solemnly swear affirm that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, so you witnessed the Gleaners incident, correct?
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
As far as the other gentleman saying something to him, I did not hear that. If he did, I'm sorry, I didn't hear it. All I heard was him saying he was gonna beat his fucking ass. And I said, we can't have that in here because I'm the vice president. So they took and somebody had wrote him up and we went to closed counsel. And he came in and said that the gentleman approached him first. And to my knowledge, they did not. He did not say anything to him. And that gentleman was somebody from our co-op. It wasn't somebody's
Son.
caregiver or anything.
There's 4 other witness statements from that event as well. And again, I'd like to point out, he was given a warning back then. He was not even vulgar, threatening to kick someone's ass is a violation of the lease.
I get it.
So he was given an opportunity. And again, this isn't about we're not trying to punish Mr. Abdallah, but we have people at all ages up to probably 80, 90 years old. And this is their home.
You have to be 65 to live there?
That's the youngest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good, I'm
So
eligible.
you have to feel safe. We cannot just say, oh, you didn't remember and just have people going around. And this is over a parking spot.
I know.
So it's people don't feel safe.
Ma'am,
when they're feeling.
what is your position there?
I'm liaison. I'm property manager.
Tell me your name again. What else can you tell me?
I didn't witness either of these events. I just know what was on an incident reports and that there were several people that witnessed the first incident. And then in the video, I did see the video and I did notice that before Bonita drove away, you could see that he was trying to pull the car door open, which that's what really worried me.
Do you have to say, you have anything to say?
Yes, Your Honor, if, like I said, if I knew we could bring witnesses, I would have brought people who would tell you that from day one of me moving in, I volunteered to help anybody who needed help. If somebody needed something to move, they called on me. If they needed something.
But you're threatening people now, sir.
Like I said.
You threaten people. We're not 10 anymore.
Yeah.
That's something you did on the playground, maybe. This is different. You're in your, sir, you went and grabbed her door at least and stopped her from leaving and accosted this woman over her using her parking spot and called her names that you can't refute because you're telling me you blacked out. That is enough, on top of threatening this other gentleman, whoever he is. I mean, you can't do that.
Did you see me pulling on the handle?
I saw you getting aggressive and going up to her, and it was clear to me you were not asking how her pet Cherokee is doing. It was clear to me there was a confrontation. It was clear to me she wanted to get away. It was clear to me that you were upset. I can't say I saw you banging on the windows. If that happened, I missed it. You might have tapped on the window once. But nonetheless, you're threatening people in this housing complex, and you can't even refute what they're telling me, and I believe their testimony. Do you want to say anything else? What do you want? How many days you want them to be out by?
If you, the 10 is by law, we'll give another 10 to help.
Do you have another place to go?
No, sir. It doesn't matter. In 7 months, I would have been out anyway. That's when my money runs out. I got enough money to pay rent for 7 months and then that's it. Nobody would give me a job. And Social Security says I owe them $15,000, so that's it.
How much is the rent there?
It
556 or 565.
I don't know what his specific, the tenants are required to fill out what their income is.
Right.
But sets the rent. So obviously I have no idea what his status with Social Security is.
Sir, there's no triable issue here as far as I'm concerned. I've heard enough. I don't have a choice. You can't act like that. And you have nobody to blame but yourself. That being said, I'm going to give him more than 30 days or more than 10 days. But I don't want you harassing any of these people. You understand? If he comes to me with a motion and more evidence that you have harassed anybody or made any threatening comments to anybody or been anything other than completely cooperative, I'm going to order an immediate eviction. I will, in this case, give him until April the 17th. Writ judgment for plaintiff, writ date, actually, I'm going to make it the 24th. You have to be out, okay? I wish you well. Thank you.
You want me to prepare it and upload it?
I'm just as soon you go down and get one and prepare it, bring it back, and I'll sign it, and everybody can wait, and I'll give you 2 copies.
Understood.
Thank you.
Keep it. It won't make any difference.
Okay, so this is for non-payment of rent. So they're gonna serve 7 days before with a notice to quit. Okay? Jennifer, I want you to pull out for Judge Johnson the notice to quit on this next case that I'm going to handle.
Okay,
We have somebody run that down
sure.
and basically says it's 662.56. You have to pay a vacate within 7 days. And then when the 7 days goes by, they file this complaint. And they're setting forth how much is owed. And now I'm not thinking, you're gonna see what it is. Okay, Creekside versus Amber Matisse. Here. You're seeing the video. Can you give Judge Johnson a copy of that? Talk to Amy, figure out how you guys can give her the video too, will you?
Yes, Judge.
That we'd use. So it tells them. Is Amber Matisse here? Yes.
Yes.
Your name, ma'am?
Amber Matisse.
And counsel, your appearance?
Capitan P 61901, here on behalf of the plaintiff.
Okay, so ma'am, did you listen to and understand the rights?
Yes.
Do you wish to apply for funding?
I already applied for SCR through the Michigan DHS.
Okay, do you intend to speak with a lawyer?
I don't know. Am I supposed to?
You can if you want.
I was trying to. My fiance just went back to work.
But let me just stop you a second here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So I just want to cover this so somebody can hear this. So you know you have the right to an attorney, you have the right to proper venue, you have the right to demand a jury trial within 5 days, though I still have to find that there's a triable issue. And you have the right to apply for funding with the Department of Health and Human Services, Local Coordinated Entry Agency, HERA, that's the Housing and Assessment and Resource Agency, or the Federal Help for Homeless Program, and that they may be able to assist you with payment of some or all of the amount due. You don't have to wait for a judgment. You're telling me you've already applied through SER, correct?
Yes.
When did you apply?
I applied yesterday because I had to do one for my DTE. I had to wait for it to pay off to do. I figured I had to wait for it to pay off to do the.
All right, so that buys you an adjournment on this for 2 weeks. But you have to provide us with proof that you made application for funding. You need to bring it to the court within 5 days. So by the end of this week, you should bring us that. Okay?
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
I'm going to give you a new date right now, which should be April the 6th, right?
Yes, Judge, 9 o'clock.
At 9 a.m. You have to bring us proof that you've applied for funding within 5 days. I'm going to reschedule it.
May I do Zoom because I don't have a car to get up there or nothing.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, figure out a way to make a copy or email your application for funding to Jennifer. She'll chat with you on here. Do you know how to do that?
I don't know how to know.
Jennifer?
My email is just jen@33court.com.
Jen@33court.com. Talk with the court, the civil department there.
Okay.
You could make a copy and you can mail it to us. You mail it today, we should have it. We will have it by Friday. Okay?
Okay. Is it just like the tracking number that I do or like?
We need a copy of the letter. You speak with the judicial clerk. She's at extension 217.
Okay.
Write this number down, 671.
Okay.
0201, extension 217. That's 734-671-0201, extension 217. Tell her the total amount that would be due right now. I don't need a breakdown.
As of today's date, $2,626.17.
So ma'am, you're going to have to come up with that by that next hearing date. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so in 2 weeks, you're also going to owe the April rent, which this complaint indicates is $448, right? $448. So in 2 weeks, you're going to need somewhere in the neighborhood of about $3,074 and.
What started as a family housing dispute quickly turned into one of the most emotional courtroom confrontations of the day. A mother and father had opened their home to their adult son, his girlfriend, and their children after they lost their previous residence. But after months of conflict, arguments, and allegations of disrespect, the parents finally asked the court to remove them from the home. As the hearing unfolded, the judge became visibly frustrated by what he was hearing. The son admitted he had never paid rent, while the girlfriend acknowledged she was unemployed and struggling financially. But the courtroom's most shocking moment came when allegations surfaced that both had used abusive language toward the mother who had taken them in. The judge was stunned. "You talk to your mother that way? Are you kidding me?" he demanded. He then blasted the couple for their behavior, telling the girlfriend she needed to get a job and reminding them that parents who open their home deserve respect, not insults. In the end, the judge ordered them to move out within 10 days, while urging the family to repair the relationship before it was too late.